Welcome back to the Auto Insider, where you come to find out what's new, what's hot, and what's not in the automotive industry. Well, this week we have this 2022 Hyundai Elantra N. This one has a 2-liter, twin-scroll, turbocharged GDI engine. Puts out 276 horsepower and 290 some odd pound-feet of torque. Let's go inside and see what comes with the N. Is it all that we've been waiting for? And from the moment you set foot in this Elantra, you know this was different than every other Elantra you've ever seen. All the way from this suede inset in the center of these seats to these soft leather bolsters, the N logo right here in the seat back, and then you have these N buttons and this NGS red button here on the steering wheel. This is going to be a great week. And this Hyundai Elantra N delivered. From the setup of the dash, this car says, "I'm a daily driver, enjoy me." And then you have things like paddle shifters and these buttons on the steering wheel that are only on the N model of the Elantra. The grin. And it really puts a grin on your face. These buttons and knobs also put a grin on my face. Because even though the generation that's gonna flock to this Elantra N will love the touchscreen and the functionality of this infotainment system, I always like it when I can also control my car by the knobs. You have 2 USB charging ports as well as a wireless charger there in the front seat. Second row passengers probably aren't going to be as enthusiastic about the ride as the driver, but there's room here for them, and he can even put their cups here in the door if they brought something along for the ride. There's no AC vents back here in the second row, but all in all, for a compact sedan, this back seat isn't bad. And if you have a young person with a few friends, no one's going to be upset about the back seat of the N. But let's face it, even though this Elantra N looks a lot like a daily driver, it was built for the track. Starting here with this rear chassis brace, Hyundai wants to make sure that this car stays firmly planted on the track when you spool up these 276 horsepower out of this 2-liter turbo GDI engine. Now, ours didn't come with the manual transmission, even though it's available. But this 8-speed wet dual clutch transmission did its job, especially when you spooled up the extra PSI from that grand button. And when you got all this extra horsepower and torque, Hyundai made sure that you got the extra grip with these Michelin Pilot 4S summer tires and these 14.2-inch ventilated front rotors, largest in their class, I may add. And of course, Hyundai added the variable exhaust system with these multiple drive modes. You can't have a sports sedan without having exhaust notes like this. And you can't have a daily driver without things like a 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Bluetooth wireless connectivity for your phone. Or, lest we forget, all the safety features, the blind spot, collision avoidance, rear cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, park distance warning, safe exit. So even you parents might want to get your hands on an Elantra N sport sedan. That's all the time we have this week on the Auto Insider. But for more of what's new, what's hot, and what's not, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and download the SoundCloud app where you can listen to all of our reviews in their entirety. 2022 Hyundai Elantra N. Is it hot or is it not? This is about as much fun as I've had in a 2-liter turbo in a really long time. These summer tires are great for June, and the torque, the horsepower, it's just enough for a car like this. So we'd have to say this Elantra is hot. I'm Darryl Killian for the Auto Insider.